nettle. And this was given to me as a gift. And actually, oh gosh, this is a horrible story. A massive plant was actually given to me as a gift. And it just started dying. It's stinging nettle. And they thrive in really wet environments. And you've seen my yard, my field. And it just didn't survive. So as it started, as I knew it was going to go, I cut it all down, and then I hung it all up, and then I dried it, and then now it's in here dried. And I'm not sure if I want to use it for tea or for soup. That's what I wanted it to use it for. So I have 2 jars. I think I separated the 2 jars. Oh, here's another jar. So I separated the 2 jars so that I would have one for soup, and that's probably why that's over there, because it's not here for medicine. So I'm going to keep that one back over there, and then this will be for medicine, for tea, medicine. Okay, feverfew. That was mulling spices for whatever. Rose hips. I love to put rose hips in a lot of stuff, especially during the winter, like teas, a lot of just teas. Just throw it in there because it has a lot of vitamin C in it. It's really good for your immune system. Passion flower. Oh God, how long do you think that's been in there? Might have to dump the passion flower. I guess when your herb powder sticks to the bottom of your jar, it's time to maybe rethink using it. Golden seal root. I have the golden seal up here somewhere. So here's the root. Oh God, that hurts. Hold on. Here's the root, and then here's the powder that I'm almost out of. So I have the golden seal powder and the golden seal root, and you use them for different reasons. The golden seal powder would be used for like a salve, or a like a pack, like if you wanted to, like if you had a burn or if you had a sore or something like that and you wanted to put a poultice pack on it. So that's what that's good for. The root is good for making tinctures and things like that. Licorice root. I do want to say, I want to just say off the top that everybody does their stuff differently, and everybody uses their herbs in different ways. So this is not a tutorial. This is not in any way me sharing teaching techniques or anything like that. It's just me sharing what I have in my apothecary and how I've chosen to use it. Everybody does their stuff different. That's the wonderful thing about the plant world, is there are so many different uses for all the different plants, and people use different plants in different ways depending on what they've been taught, what kind of plants they have in their area, when their plants grow in their area, when they're able to gather. So I just want to throw that out there, that there are some universal things, but for the most part, you know, follow your own instincts, read up on it, research it. You know, the internet's right at your hands. If you're not like me and want to collect 8,000 books and then spend 5 hours going through them trying to find one recipe. So anyway, I just love books. I love the old ways. Marshmallow root. Let's see. Sassafras. I use sassafras to flavor things, because sometimes like valerian, for instance, it has a really, really bitter flavor. So sassafras is really sweet. So is licorice root, wherever I put it. I lost the licorice root already. Red clover. This is probably why I should put these in alphabetical order. Licorice root, super sweet. So if you have a pungent herb, licorice root can counter that pungentness, and so can sassafras. So that's basically what I use those for. Calendula. Coltsfoot. I use this so infrequently. I am going to tell you right now, I don't even know what I use this for. It was probably for my class, and I've just never used it again. So I think I've gone through all 3 of these shelves. And then over here, well, I'll show you what I have in here. I did not make this, but it is a medicine. It's candied ginger root. So a lot of times when I have people over, especially if we're having kind of a spicy dish, like if we're having Mexican food or Italian food and it's kind of spicy, I just put this out on the table. I don't like make a big deal out of it. I just let people know, hey, you know, here's something that might help you if you get indigestion, because that's ginger root, candied ginger root. Well, ginger is really, really good for motion sickness, indigestion, any kind of sickness. If you're having a stomach ache, drink some ginger tea. You know, it's just a really good, wholesome, safe, beautiful herb, which I have. Oh, I thought I had them there. I have them somewhere. I have like 5 of them, little roots. They're not here? Nope. Not there. I don't know what I did with them. So down here, I have my favorite lavender. I love lavender. I put lavender in almost everything. And this lavender has been harvested or gathered, however you want to say that, from my own lavender plant. And I love it. So these are the herbs over here that I use a lot, but I'm going to try to get them off of this shelf. And the reason I want to get them off of this shelf, I don't know. Why did I want to do that? I think I just want them all together over here. So here's my cayenne powder. I use cayenne a lot in my teas. It's really good for the blood, and it gets the blood. It's a blood purifier, and it gets the blood going good. I'm going to put them down there. Okay, so hibiscus. Just hibiscus tea. I drink hibiscus. I love hibiscus tea. It's just so good. It's really, really good chilled on like a hot. I'm going to leave this out and make myself some. I was going to say on a hot summer day, like July 31st. Raspberry leaf. Raspberry leaf is one of the greatest medicines. When I was pregnant, all 3 of my pregnancies, I was kind of off grid back in the day, and I wanted to be an herbalist, and I had like a midwife, and I didn't like have any kind of medicines during my pregnancies or my labors or my births, and I gave birth naturally and all the things you do back in the 80s. And so one of the things that I did was I drank raspberry leaf like daily. And what raspberry leaf does for you, and it's funny because when I smell it, I'm taken right back to that time in my life. But what it does is it makes the uterus really strong. So I won't go into that because I'm not a midwife. I wanted to be a midwife, but I'm not a midwife. St. John's wort, which I can't take anymore because I have started anxiety medicines because either I wasn't disciplined enough to continue on with my herbal treatment of my anxiety, but yeah, I didn't do that great. Rose petals. See, now I'm thinking I'm going to put these back. And the only reason I'm thinking that is I do use these a lot, and now they're going to be on the bottom shelf. I don't know. I have to think about this, where I want these to be. I think I'm going to put these all back. Okay, so herein lies my difficulty. That's not root. It says echinacea root, but it's clearly leaves. I think I'll keep this over here for tea. I was going to say, no, you know what? I think I'll make a tincture out of it. Because I'm close to being done with my tincture. I think I'll make a tincture out of it. So I'm going to put it over in my medicine. So parsley is a really, really good blood cleanser. So I'm going to put it over here with my tea. Dandelion root, which is really, really good tea. But if you have the root, you have to boil it. You can't just put it like in a tea bag. Excuse me, pour hot water over it. You have to boil roots. But the good thing about roots is they last forever. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's a euphemism. Okay, I'm going to put the dandelion root over here because I think I might make a tincture out of it. Lemongrass. I love the way lemongrass smells. And I use lemongrass, or I did use lemongrass, or I can use lemongrass if I ever decide to make like body cream and stuff like that, or soap. I went through a phase where I made all my own soap. So that is a lot easier than making my own candles. My gosh, making candles was a mess. I did that for probably about 3 months, and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna buy them. I mean, beeswax everywhere, man, and that stuff gets stuck on stuff, and you can't get it off, and you can't put it down the drain because it'll clog up the drain, and oh my gosh, soap is amazing. It's self-cleaning. It's like, so anyway, so I might catnip, and believe it or not, I have 2 cats, and neither one of them like catnip. Rosemary, I think I can put rosemary in here. Ooh. That's pretty dusty. Let's get that and clean it off. I mean, rosemary's a hard one for me because, look, I have all the rosemary over there. I have rosemary outside. I have tons of rosemary. Rosemary is like a very easily attainable herb in my world. Mugwort. I use mugwort more. I used to use mugwort when I made absinthe, and I used to make absinthe quite a bit when I lived in Tahoe. It's hard to get the Everclear here. I think, what is it, like 150 Everclear, which is what I like to use also for my herbal tinctures, but it's really, really hard to get in California. And when I lived in Tahoe, I used to go over to Nevada and I could just buy it, like, you know, whatever. So I haven't made absinthe for a while, and mugwort is a good, if you want to have like prolific dreams, or if you are just dreams, mugwort is really good for the dream world. Now I know I'm bordering on esoteric stuff, but a lot of these herbs they do cross from like physical health to spiritual health. So mugwort is really good if you want to just have like a little cup of it. Go slow at first though. Just go slow at first. Build up to it. See how you like it. The first time I was taught that by Karuk, holy person, medicine woman or whatever. And the first time I did it, oh my gosh, it had to be way back in maybe the 70s. And I drank a cup of tea, and I like whatever. And oh my God, the dreams I had were insane. They were insane, and they were probably all pretty spiritual. And like I went to see her the next day, and I'm like, oh my God! She was laughing at me. She's like, I told you to go easy, and I said, well, I just did a cup. Like, anyway, so when I say go easy, that means like a tiny bit, not a cup of like a normal cup of tea. Oh God, this is so dirty. I'm gonna put that in the sink and wash it. This is just a little, I don't know. I kind of, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Let me show you. This one's really dirty too. It was over there to be cleaned. The cork is like broken off inside there, but there's a little spout. I don't know. I collect little vessels that could be, not could be used, but could be interpreted as an apothecary-esque kind of vessel. And I imagine when I finally do land in my forever home that I'll have a wall, not just a shelf, but a whole wall of my herbs, and these will be part of that. So I keep them around. Oh, and this is, oh my God. Oh, okay. So my brother that you know passed did not smoke pot, and I don't smoke pot, never have, not even in the 70s. And my brother doesn't either. But it's a good herb, it's a good medicine herb. So my brother used to, God, it's so dusty, I'm just gonna put it down there. My brother used to grow it because it was fun for him. I don't know, he just thought it was fun to grow. So he would grow it, and then he would give me the little buds. Oh God, they still smell like it. So he would give me the little buds for my medicine, to put in my medicine. And so my brother's been passed for like 5 years, so you know how old this is. I will never use this, just so you know. This will go on my shelf in my forever home, and it will stay there forever. Every once in a while, someone will come through and discover it and take a bud, but I don't even think it's potent anymore. But I want to keep it. When he passed, I had that when he passed, and I was using it. You can tell that some has gone out of it. So I was using it just as normal, and he passed very unexpectedly. And so, oh, here's my ginger. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's my ginger. It's over here. So anyway, so when he passed, I kind of put the lid on that, and that doesn't go anywhere. I don't use it anymore. If anybody wants that kind of medicine, they can go to the dispensary up the road and get good fresh stuff. So nobody needs that kind of medicine from me. So anyway, I think that's it. I think I've gone through everything. Now I'm just gonna kind of put it back, wipe it down, see where I'm gonna put my little boxes, and then hopefully, if I still have enough energy later, I'm gonna have some lunch right now. I'll try to work on one of the boxes. Okay. I have to tell you, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. I went into my closet of horrors. Oh my gosh, and all this stuff is just everywhere still. It's all out here. Anyway, and I started digging out my Apothecary at home boxes, and I thought I had 6, and then I found one, so I thought I had 7. So let's count the one in the kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. This is what happens when I'm left unchecked. I need somebody. I need somebody to keep me in line. I'm telling you, 10, 10. Well, I better get busy and start making things. Whatever's in those boxes needs to be made, because clearly sitting in a closet, they're not going to get made. So in the end, I just kind of cleaned all these up, cleaned the shelf off a little bit, wiped down all the bottles. I didn't go through and actually alphabetize these because I think as I use them, I'll do that. And at the very bottom, I have 9 of my Apothecary at home boxes that I will keep in sight and start working on. On this side over here, I have on this shelf my tea cozies. I have 3 of them, all different sizes. I have my mortar and pestles, and I have my teapot that I brew in. And then I have down here the teas and the herbs that I use the most. And then at the very bottom, I have the herbs that are still macerating. And so that being said, I'm going to work on bottling this one today because the jar is too large to go onto the bottom shelf. So I did say that I was going to try to do one of my Apothecary at Home kits. However, what happened was this particular Brain Tonic Tincture would not fit in the space I had for it, so it's gonna go. So today's the day. I brewed this in, I have no idea. It says that it is ready to bottle 11/5, so it was last year or the year before. So I don't even know. I don't even know. So what I'm gonna do first, is I'm gonna take it, because if you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's lots of junk in the bottom. So that's pretty coarse stuff in there. So success. Doesn't smell very good, to be honest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in very, very slowly. The sludge. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to run it through the cheesecloth and the strainer. So I have the strainer and I have the cheesecloth. So the strainer fits over my bowl. And then I put the cheesecloth on top of the bowl, and then I put the strainer on top of the cheesecloth, and it kind of just, it doesn't lock it in there, but it kind of helps to hold it in there. So then when I have a good hand, oh my gosh, I didn't think this through. I'm thinking, okay, let me see if I can do it this way. A week, it comes off in a week. Okay, so starting to smell good. So now I'm going to, this is settled a little bit. You can still see there's debris, but I'm going to put the rest of it in here. So the rest of this will go in here. You can see there's barely any chunks in there. So that was good. And there's very, very, very little debris in the cheesecloth. So that's the dusty part that's left. And I'm getting my cast off in a week. I'll be able to write. And so I'm going to put it into this really beautiful decanter. And then I got to sneeze. And then when I can write, I'll put a label around it. I probably won't put it on the bottle. I might put it on the bottle. It might be kind of pretty on the bottle, Brain Tonic, but I want to write it out and make it pretty. So this pretty much has no debris in it at all. Here we go again. I can't use my dominant hand because I can't lift it. So let's hope I don't spill too much. So here we have some brain tonic. Finally, after how many, 2-3 years? Okay, so this is my little medicine glass. So this is the glass I take my medicine in. I'm gonna go ahead and take some right now and taste it and give you I wish you were here with me doing this. I mean, you are here with me, but I want to give you some. Here, take some. Tell me what you think of it. Brain tonic. It's going to make me smart. I have to find out what I put in that. That is really good. Like, that's like a, I hate to say it, it's like a drink. Like, that would be a good, that'd be a good cocktail drink. Look at how pretty it is, too. I don't know if you can see how pretty it is. It's really beautiful. This is dangerous. That is really good. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I have a really pretty bottle. It's like, of course I do. Okay, it's going to be tricky because I'm really pretty. I don't know if this is going to go in there. Let's try it first. Oh, darn it. I overfloated. I guess I have to drink some. Oh, dang. So I just put that over on my table. When my friend comes up, I'm going to want her to taste it because it's so good. I think I might be able to put the rest of this in here. So let's try. Gosh, what am I going to do with that? I don't know what to do with it. Where should I put it? And this is kind of the end. I'm going to keep this out here on the counter and maybe just sip off of it from time to time. It is brain tonic. Stay tuned and stay whimsical. Cheers.